Fabulous strut for the Fabulous Nicky.
Might I just add as well that Dickie Bow was actually a birthday present.
He certainly is entertaining, but let me tell you one thing, JC, when he gets into that ring, he is all business. Big high five here for your tag partners. Right here at ringside. Certainly looks happy to see you, JC. And JC in turn applauding the Fabulous Nicky M. The crowd doesn't seem too enthused by that. And it steals a little kiss up for Blake as well. He certainly looked happy to see you, JC.
Well, that was quite the unexpected surprise, but he tends to do that on occasion. He has a high sugar diet, it tends to lead to a lot of excitement.
And here he is, folks. Here he is, folks, the MSW champion, Bam Katraz.
Now here's a man with whom I have a storied history, a man who I came into the business with way back when in a different company, but a man who we've always crossed paths.
Say that again to me, JC.
We have always crossed paths, Bam Katraz, and I know him 9 years at this stage. He was there when I came into the business, and sure as hell, if he ever gets a shot at me in the ring, I'll make sure that I kick his ass right out of the business.
So who would you fancy this one? Are you going to back your boy Nicky?
Well,
on the experience of Bam Katraz?
Who do I fancy? Well, consider Nicky is in that match. Really, saying that I might fancy Nicky might be misconstrued. Bam is a phenomenally good competitor, hugely underrated. He is known for being the MSW champion for a reason. He has taken the
certainly
fight.
has the fans behind him here tonight, is Bam Katraz.
He's only a few weeks removed from having faced the likes of Chris Masters. He's faced many men in the past, and he's a hugely impressive competitor. But Nicky, do not underestimate Nicky.
I certainly don't. This guy is all business once he enters that ropes, once that bell rings.
Well, that's just it. I mean, look at that. I mean, he's in solid shape. We have been training hard. I mean, you put his tendencies aside, and he's a serious competitor inside that squared circle. Do not underestimate the Fabulous Nicky.
I've been really looking forward to this one all day, folks. The Fabulous Nicky versus Bam Katraz. Title on the line, MSW Championship.
Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is the match that I've been waiting to scout here tonight. Two men with whom I wouldn't particularly like to face, but with whom I would love the challenge of facing. I'm going to leave you in the hands of Blake Norton while I scout this one out.
Welcome back to ringside again, Blake. We've got a title on the line here. MSW champion Bam Katraz faces the Fabulous Nicky. What do you say? What do you know, Blake? Who do you fancy in this one?
This is going to be a lot of fun. You know, Bam Katraz started training with me 10 years ago in Dublin City. He was in the same class as Sheamus, now one of the top guys in WWE. And in fact, Bam Katraz has fought top stars all over the world. He's gone head-to-head with, of course, you know Sheamus from WWE.
Of course.
You know, so many of the top...
The pride of Ireland, Sheamus.
Yeah, he's fought the top stars in Mexico, guys from all over the US. He's so much experience. He's in such great shape. And to see him again now, 10 years later...
JC Williams outside here right now, Blake, with both belts. And the Fabulous Nicky M. I hope Bam Katraz isn't getting too distracted with with JC Williams out here when he has his hands full with the Fabulous Nicky M inside that ring, Blake.
And it's very easy to have your hands full with someone like Nicky.
Certainly is. I saw that he was obviously very happy to see you as well there. He stole a little kiss.
Well, you know, get your eyes back on the match, damn it, Kieran.
This one about to get started, folks.
Fabulous Nicky, it is interesting because, you know, Nicky, he's a character, you know, he's a different kind of cat. But oftentimes those guys can be some of the most devilish because they hit you from angles you're not expecting.
He's certainly unorthodox, Blake, and he's certainly unorthodox in every aspect of his character. Getting into the ring, but when that bell goes, there is nothing and nobody more serious. And he's a very, very good heavyweight contender here against Bam Katraz.
It's hard to know where Nicky starts and Fabulous begins. You know, how much of this is psychology, how much of it is just being, nice
quick lock up there, and Fabulous Nicky throws Bam into the corner.
Yeah.
Bam taking his time. He knows he recognizes it on his face. He's in a serious wrestling match right here. Title on the line. And you've got his #1 fan over here on our right hand side, Mr. JC Williams.
Yes, Nicky and JC have a long history together. In fact, some might say that Nicky is one of the main reasons why JC Williams has that heavyweight championship.
Some might say, a lot of people might say that, Blake. And Bam Katraz getting the crowd in Cork here going, and we have a big crowd in here tonight, folks. This is a sellout here in the Glen Arena.
You can see JC Williams here at our announce desk is repositioning the championships. He obviously feels that his is more important.
Well, he certainly likes the idea of having two titles in front of him. But let's get back to the action here in the ring. Bam again, slowing it down.
JC Williams, let me ask you, what do you see as being the fundamental differences between yourself and Bam Katraz as being heavyweight champions?
Well, essentially it comes down to Bam pandering to all these fans here in attendance. It doesn't matter whether it's in Dublin, Cork or anywhere else. He panders to them. He slaps their hands. He gives them what they want. Me, I take what I want, and therein lies the difference.
So basically you're willing to cheat to win?
Basically on what, Blake?
I mean that you're more of a strategist than he is.
Yes. I like strategy. I plan out what I want to do to my opponents. I plan out exactly how I want to hurt them. Bam just goes in there and does whatever he feels like. He gives these people what they want. It's disgusting.
Nice arm drag from Bam Katraz.
Absolutely, and another one.
A big hip toss.
And he's coming in for a body slam. Big high impact body slam by Bam, and he goes up high. And the crowd are really behind Bam Katraz here. He's firmly a crowd favourite. Fabulous Nicky getting time to recover. He's looking for a timeout. There is no timeouts. This is not the NFL. This is CCW.
Yes,
there is no timeouts in professional wrestling. Bam Katraz giving him the time.
Now, what's Nicky's strategy here? I wonder, where is he going with this? Because Nicky's a clever cat. I think he's got something up his sleeve.
I would suggest that he does. This is not his first dance. He might like the dance, but this is not his first dance right here in Cork. Shades of Daniel Bryan. The crowd are really getting into this. Really enjoying. We have holy Moses, we have a packed crowd in here in Cork tonight. And JC and Nicky pandering to JC again to try and get support. Bam tells JC sit down. And the Fabulous Nicky extending the hands of friendship to Bam Katraz.
Let's ask JC Williams. JC, what is Nicky doing here?
Well, he's clearly offering the olive branch of friendship in the form of a handshake, and Bam will be a fool not to take that.
So you feel that Nicky is taking the
cheap shot by Nicky.
Yeah, the higher ground indeed.
A cheap shot. And here's the unorthodox style of Nicky again.
He's got what you call the gyrating waist lock.
He certainly does. And Bam doesn't seem to like that one bit. Into a headlock. Off the ropes. Shoulder block. Jumps over him. Sunset flip. Oh! A little bit too much exposure there for the Fabulous Nicky M. And Bam Katraz drop kicks Nicky, who seems to be a little bit uncomposed now. We're certainly seeing the hole in the moon right here.
JC Williams here is getting himself a little bit involved. You know, the Fabulous Nicky's a good job of stalling it out and implementing his pace, but Bam Katraz is catching him at every turn. You can see why Bam Katraz is holding that main stage championship, which is, we should tell you the distinction. The CCW championship is the main championship of the Cork City region, whereas the main stage championship is from up in Dublin. So that's kind of the two different areas that they're representing right now, JC Williams and Bam Katraz. And you can see how Bam became champion because he's really good at cutting off people's momentum and giving them big hard jobs.
He is an 11-year veteran of the game as Bam Katraz, and he's showing every minute and every day of that wiry veteran streak. Ooh, that's a big boot. Can't quite see what's going on the other side of the ring there, Blake, but that sounded like a big boot to the Fabulous Nicky M as they're up into the crowd. I wonder, does Nicky M know where he is right now? As JC Williams is none too happy with the fact the Fabulous Nicky is getting on the receiving end of Bam Katraz right now. And the crowd getting involved. Did you see that?
This is going crazy.
This is getting crazy. What he had is one of the front row giving the Fabulous Nicky a chop. And there's chops all round to these young guns on the side.
Really, this should be a disqualification.
The referee, James Arnold, senior referee, needs to take control of this as the Fabulous Nicky M is back scampering to the other side of the ring. And Bam Katraz is really enjoying himself right now.
Man, we're having a good time tonight.
Man, we are having a good time tonight. It's great to be here in CCW. It's great to be here in the Glen Arena.
It's good to be here with you, Kieran.
Oh, thank you very much, Blake. It's great to have you here ringside with you. And now Bam, and look, he is as quick as a cat.
Okay, but
he is unauthorized.
Is he luring Bam Katraz in here?
He is as quick as a cat. This Fabulous Nicky, and a big boot.
Again,
you must be right, Blake. He was playing possum right there.
You see, now you wonder, was Holt's first 10 minutes of this match to set up for that one shot, you know? Fabulous Nicky, he's a smart dude. And
it certainly looks like he's injecting a bit of pace into this match.
Oh, and a nice suplex.
Big suplex.
You know, in poker, Kieran, oftentimes you see guys come in and bluff their way. They'll lose early so they can lure their opponents in to a false sense of security. Then when the big bet comes, they'll come in and they'll take the big pot. And that might be what Fabulous Nicky is doing here. And now he's looking for the finish.
Certainly looks like that has been the case. The Fabulous one is now getting into his stride. He's upping the pace.
Yes, he is.
Oof! Big fist there to the face of Bam Katraz.
He's devastating and he's got style. You got to give him high points there.
And he seems to be getting into his groove and he's feeding off it now. Love him or hate him, you got to respect Fabulous Nicky.
Man, JC, Nicky, Fabulous Nicky doing an amazing job here with the main stage heavyweight champion, Bam Katraz.
Well, I mean, you can see here what the gyration sensation is all about. He's lured Bam Katraz into a false sense of security, and here's the payoff.
Yeah, I got to agree. He really has lured Bam in, and boom, he's taking it to him right now.
Well, a big win here for the Fabulous Nicky. Might actually set up Fabulous Nicky for a CCW title shot down the line. I wonder how JC Williams will feel about that.
Kieran's just wondering, how would you feel about a CCW Heavyweight Championship challenge from the Fabulous Nicky?
2!
Well, I mean, considering this is for the MSW Championship, I think Nicky and I would have to keep our distance. Whoa, as Bam nearly gets the pin. I think we need to keep our distance as champion of Dublin, champion of Cork. I think we would have the country tied up in a neat little package.
Of course, very intelligent thinking. Beautiful series of pins there. JC Williams is talking.
That was a hat trick of pins, right? Very close falls there.
Beautiful style cradle. I'll tell you, Bam Katraz has brilliant technique, beautiful technique.
He certainly
does. Give him an opportunity, man, he knocks it home.
He certainly does, Blake. He certainly does. But the Fabulous one is back on his feet first here now, and he grabs Bam Katraz, a clubbing blow into the back, and he grabs him by the arm, and he's about to fling him across the ring into the ropes. Off the ropes, clothesline, big impact clothesline for a fabulous clothesline, in fact. Off the ropes again, and big knee, a fabulous knee into the side of the head of Bam Katraz, and he's got to pin him here. That's a very arrogant pin. I'm not too sure. 2.
Now, this is not a great idea.
No, I have to agree with you, Blake. You've got to show a guy like Bam Katraz a lot more respect than a one-hand pin to get a title shot.
Yes, you do. This man in. Okay, Bam Katraz ducking down, hitting the ropes, now eats the elbow. Ooh.
And the Fabulous Nicky, here he comes again. And he's got into a choke.
Going to that reverse chin lock, you can see the point of the elbow is around by the jaw, but where it is there is not illegal. That's a valid hold. But what this says to me is that Fabulous Nicky wasn't sure what to do there. He's not looking at that killer instinct right now. I think that's a mistake. I think he should have maybe gone for a finishing hold at that point, because right now Bam Katraz has a chance to fight back.
I'd have to agree with you there, Blake. He had his opportunity and he seemed to stall it right there. And he goes right back to the front face lock.
This time what he's got is he's got a chin lock right here. He almost had a modified sleeper catching off the ropes and adjusted as he went down. I think Bam Katraz might have a slight conditioning advantage. He's also carrying more weight. So between the two is probably a bit of a toss-up. How are you feeling about the match so far, JC?
Well, I think your point about the extra weight that Bam Katraz carries is perfectly valid. I mean, you can see there, it's going to be harder for Nicky to wrap those arms around the neck and choke him out completely. Bam's extra weight advantage does give him that slight chance to breathe and keep going in this match.
Bam Katraz now fighting for air.
And here he comes. Bam is fighting back.
If that arm had dropped the third time, he would have been out of it. But
he certainly would. He's coming back here, folks. He's back to one knee, and he's back up to a vertical base. Big elbow.
This is where champions are made, Kieran.
Big elbow again. Off the ropes. Ducks the clothesline.
Ducking again. Here comes Bam Katraz. Third time, but
Reversal.
no, reverse.
Oh.
Belly to back suplex by Bam Katraz, and both men are down.
Big style impact. Both men are down, as you said. You can't take your eyes off the action here, Blake.
And here we enter no man's territory. This is where it's all up for grabs.
Referee's counting. Referee's up to 4.
Both guys have taken a bit of a shellacking at this point.
They certainly have. These two guys have put on one hell of a match for us here tonight. Live in Cork in the Glen Arena. One hell of a match.
Their first goal is to get up before 10. I've seen double countouts here. That's their first goal. After that, then it's to see who can take advantage. Fabulous
We're up
Nicky
to 7
showing
here,
a little
folks.
bit of life here.
JC Williams urging the Fabulous Nicky back to his feet. Forearm to the face, and another one. We're having a little bit of back and forth here with forearms to the face. Who's going to get the upper hand in this one? A big chop by Bam Katraz, and a forearm. He has him on the ropes.
They have some momentum. In comes Bam Katraz, ducking the clothesline, ducking the back elbow, coming off the ropes. Big clothesline for Bam Katraz.
A big flying clothesline for Bam Katraz. And a reverse elbow. And he is feeding off the crowd again. He's getting them whipped up to a frenzy. We have a full house here in Cork.
Sends it his man, reverse, looking for hip tosses. A Fabulous Nicky. Reverse into a neck breaker for Bam
Swinging neck
Katraz.
breaker by textbook neck breaker by Bam Katraz. That's got to hurt, Blake.
Yeah, Bam now. He's got to look for that finish. Nicky had that opportunity 5 minutes ago. He let it go. Bam's
He's
got a big
calling for
advantage here. Nicky's very good at turning the tables.
And here he comes. He's getting up ahead of steam here. Into the corner. Oh, a big clothesline. And a bulldog. Huge bulldog. Has he got him?
Looking for the cover.
That's got to be 2.5, Blake.
Almost. He's prime and ready to go here. What does Bam Katraz have? Can he take the challenger out?
He's got to get on him right away. He can't leave the Fabulous Nicky get back to his feet, and he can't leave the Fabulous Nicky recover. Senior official James Arnold checking on both wrestlers right there. Bam is the one who's back to a vertical base. He's calling for it. He wants to put the Fabulous Nicky away here.
Front face lock takes his man up. Brainbuster!
Brainbuster. Big style.
Big finish any time in the world.
2.
Oh, was that 2 or was
James
that 3?
Arnold
that
was 2. Was that 3? Did his arm come down?
Confirming it was 2. Very, very close.
It was 2 3/4. It was 2 3/4. JC, what do you think?
That's what that was. Man, JC Williams, one hell of a fight out of your boy Nicky.
I think I'm out of breath here. I seriously, I thought that was it. That brainbuster was devastating to the neck, and I don't know how he kicked out.
Yeah, tough dude, Fabulous Nicky. He
cannot
might
take
look
your eyes
sweet,
off this
but he
action.
punches like a sour man. You know what I'm saying?
He certainly does. He is a very, very dangerous man.
Okay, Bam Katraz following into the
Irish
corner, going
whip.
for the Irish whip.
Reversal. And now it's the Fabulous Nicky with a head of speed. Big splash. Irish whip into the other corner. Oh!
Oh, referee James Arnold just
James
took a big
Arnold
splash.
is after taking it. And the RKO! BKO! The 3, but the referee James Arnold is down. We got to get another referee out here.
Yeah, the old Bam KO took his man out.
Bam
without the
KO!
referee. We can't make it official.
There is no referee. Is there another referee in the back? Is there another?
You know, we got.
What the hell is going on here?
Okay, well,
JC Williams hands the belts to the Fabulous Nicky. We got to get a referee back. Is there any officials around here? Distraction. Oh, and he nails him with the belt. The Fabulous Nicky nails him with the belt.
We might have a new main stage champion here.
And JC Williams handed him the belt.
This is a big upset.
2, what an upset here tonight, folks.
I can't believe this.
He's kicked out. He has kicked out. JC Williams at ringside cannot believe it.
Whoa.
Neither can the Fabulous Nicky, who nailed Bam Katraz with his very own belt.
Wow.
Anything can happen in the CCW. We're seeing it here tonight, Blake.
You talk about the heart of a champion, brother. He ate a gold belt right to the head.
And he's still kicked out. James Arnold looks very groggy here as well.
This Bam Katraz, tough dude.
The Fabulous Nicky is going up to the top row. What can we see here?
Fabulous Nicky should be able to just put him away right here.
To the crowd
gotta
again.
be out on his feet. This is Nicky's
Got to
match
put him
now.
away. Got to put him away. Well, he's caught him in midair.
Nope, I see he didn't have the strength.
1, 2,
This is it? No,
and a
no,
kick
no.
out again. This Bam Katraz has the heart of a champion.
I think Bam tried to catch him, but he's too dizzy. He doesn't have it. He's too dizzy.
He doesn't know where he is right now, Blake.
Yeah, off the ropes. He caught him
got
that
him.
time. Oh! And he sits out.
1, 2, And a kick out. The Fabulous Nicky got that left shoulder up. 2.5.
Spins him into the side effect, and that's 2.5.
Close fall after close fall after close fall. This match, I'll tell you one thing, Blake. I haven't seen a championship match like this in many a year, have you?
We're only halfway through the show, and these people have already gotten their money's worth here.
They certainly have. We have the crowd are really getting on their feet now behind Bam Katraz. This is awesome.
Yes, it is.
You can hear the chants here tonight in the live in the Glen Arena in County Cork.
And Bam Katraz.
And here he comes. He's looking for
strong. JC, I think your boy's on the way out here.
No, it's not over to the fat lady sings. There's the Rough Rider. There we go.
It's got to be over. Oh my God!
2.5 again by Bam Katraz. What's Nicky got to do to put him away? What's he got to do?
We are heading towards the Irish match of the year. This is unbelievable. The punishment these guys are taking, Jason.
I don't think he has anything left. I think this is everything we've ever gone through in training.
This is unbelievable.
The tank has got to be nearly empty for Bam Katraz. He's taken everything the Fabulous Nicky M has given to him and taken to him, both legal and illegal.
Give it to him. In baseball, you got the bottom of the 9th. If that's so, this is the bottom of the 10th. Bam Katraz fighting back, reverse knife edge shoves. Fabulous Nicky.
He's got something left. He's feeding off the energy of this crowd, Blake.
Ducks to clothesline. Look at me. Atomic face buster. This has to be it. 2. This has to be it.
Oh, how close again. Holy Moses, how close. JC Williams is out on his feet, and he's not even in the ring.
They cannot put him away. They cannot put away the main stage heavyweight champion.
Well, he's not a heavyweight champion for any other reason. And Fabulous Nicky's getting in James Arnold's face. You are not getting in his face.
Don't pick a fight with the ref.
He's taking none of it.
Don't pick a fight with the ref, Nicky. It's not in your best interest, believe me.
What's he doing now, Blake? He's got the champ.
Don't end it like this. Don't end it on disqualification.
And the duck and a miss. BKO! BKO again! 2, 3, and Bam Katraz retains the MSW Heavyweight Championship of the World against the Fabulous Nicky. What a match! Holy Moses, what a match!